Hongkongers may turn to mainland for columbarium niches amid tighter grip on private operators. Under new bill, up to 300,000 urns could be displaced, while prices of private slots might rise by over 30% in city. More Hong Kongers could be prompted to look across the border when seeking a final resting place for the ashes of their loved ones. Industry insiders have warned after lawmakers approved a bill to regulate the city's columbariums on Thursday. Under the private columbarium ordinance, which comes into effect on June the 30th, all of the city's private columbarium operators must be licensed by March year 2018 after a 9-month grace period. Columbariums that fail to do so will need to return stored ashes to relatives or partners of the deceased, a move that is set to increase the burden on the city's residents, who are already grappling with skyrocketing housing and columbarium niche prices due to the scarcity of land. Funeral Business Association Life Chairman Yu-Tong said, with the only half of the current private operators deemed qualified under the new bill, about 300,000 urns could be displaced. Also said he expected the prices of private niches to rise by more than 30% after the licenses are issued. After all, the effort operators put into obtaining the licenses, of course, they need to increase prices. Hong Kongers have to save up on food and clothes in order to buy a niche. This is not healthy, he warned. Peter Low, a Hong Kong-based sales representative for a cemetery in Guangdong province, said that the trend might drive many Hong Kongers to turn to mainland China for the final resting places for loved ones. In the past, I received about 10 inquiries a day about purchasing niches on the mainland. These days, I get more than 30 per day, Low said. On Friday, Low's company put up a new poster that says, "Not affected by the new policy," at its shop in Hong Kong. He added that the surge in interest regarding mainland niches is due largely to the new bill, as Hong Kong residents might have to wait several years for a public lot provided by the government if they cannot afford a pricey slot by privately owned columbariums. People are also worried that they need to take the ashes out if the private columbariums fail to get a license, Low said. He estimated the price of niches in Hong Kong to rise by more than 30%. While it can cost about 20,000 Hong Kong dollars on average to purchase a niche in Hong Kong, Low said it only took thousands of Hong Kong dollars for a similar slot on the mainland. According to Low, about 40% of deceased Hong Kong residents per year could have their ashes located on the mainland after the new bill takes effect. Data from the Food and Environmental Hygiene Department show that the wait for a niche slot provided by the government is about 54 months on average. In extreme cases, the duration could be as long as 6 years, even more than the average waiting time for public housing. Funeral service providers have doubled up as temporary storage for clients, said. However, many of these funeral service providers have run out of space and opted to put the urns in plastic boxes, he added. Ashes are not ordinary goods, said. Their storage has to come with good standard and service, so that loved ones in mourning can be consoled. Pius Young from the Alliance for the Concern over Columbarium Policy said he was worried that some of the funeral services providers would become ash hotels, which would still not solve the long-term problem of this shortage. We hope the method of regulating property sales will also be applied to columbarium sales, Yum said. The money involved in each transaction is not a small number. Consumers should be informed whether they are buying from a qualified person. The Hong Kong Consumer Council has already warned of the risks of being tricked into buying unauthorized niches before the effective date of the bill. Some columbarium providers or agents might use promotion slogans such as "license assured" and "fully refundable" to lure customers. The council said in a statement to the Post. It suggested that consumers educate themselves before committing to a purchase. Meanwhile, the government said it would try to promote green burials, such as scattering ashes at sea during the 9-month vacuum period, under which no new niche can be sold, according to the bill. Sophia Chen, Undersecretary for Food and Health, said the government would spare no effort in promoting such means. She added that there were over 4,000 cases where ashes were scattered at sea and in the city's Gardens of Remembrance in year 2015, accounting for 8.7% of total deaths, a significant increase from 4.6% in year 2010. Thank you for listening. Bye.